Hey everyone, welcome to my channel. It's Rebecca, and today we are talking my favorite Maybelline products. Thank you so much for clicking on this video. I hope you're well and ready to get into some good drugstore. Maybelline is definitely an OG. They're a big company, so I feel like there's a lot of products that have been around for years that nobody talks about anymore, but might be some folks' favorites. Of course, there's always the new stuff. It's the kind of thing where you want to know when it's staring at you on the shelf and you haven't tried it yet, is it something you should finally just go ahead and spend the $7 or whatever it is and get, right? Okay, so let's start with complexion products. Maybelline has launched several new complexion products that I guess good for them, right? But it feels like, which one? Right now, my favorite is this 4-in-1 Perfector, which is kind of strange because it's a matte perfector. But what I love about it, it's got this whipped, moussey texture, is the way it's described, and it has a bit of coverage. And so for me, I can layer this and I feel just confident knowing that it's a very just natural looking on my skin. It doesn't give me any texture. It doesn't settle into my pores. And I just feel like it's just kind of an easy product that doesn't require any maintenance. It'll be fun to see how I like this in the summer. And then I do enjoy, but I'm gonna just kind of gloss over them because they're not my favorite products, but I do find them great. And that is this 401 Perfector, which is the luminous version. I just feel like the marketing on this was very kind of misleading and weird from some other YouTubers because they really wanted to make this the dupe for the Charlotte Tilbury Flawless filter, and it just isn't for me. It's not a dupe, but it is a good product on its own. So what do they say? Primer, concealer, highlighter, and BB cream. So for me, I feel like this is a great primer and a great maybe highlighter or BB cream. If you just need very, very light concealing, sure. But I think what this is fun for, and I'm going to use it right now as a cover, as kind of a touch-up, because I have been filming and I actually have different makeup on as well as some of the Maybelline I'm talking about. And I feel like, this is a good example of, where's the sponge I want to use? Of like, see it in action, right? I like this product, but I like it for kind of lightweight. I feel like it doesn't do the heavy lifting. Yeah. And you know what? I am going to put it right here. Because it does give a nice glow. Feels good. And since Maybelline, the highlighter that Maybelline makes, it's not my favorite, so I'm not featuring it. So this can be my highlighter. But this is a great, just kind of like a glow product. So maybe I like this more than I thought I did. Moving on. So the Fit Me powder, I kind of don't talk about this a lot on my channel, but I know so many of you love this. This loose finishing powder is pretty amazing. I have shade 15, which seems so dark to me, but this is kind of one of those powders where everyone dupes it to something, and it really has such a great, I think makeup artists keep it in their kit. It doesn't have a sheen or anything like that. It's been a while I haven't used the sheen scale in a while, you guys. There's a little bit of pigment in there to just kind of boost your foundation. I think it's a really good for drugstore loose powder that does exactly what you need it to do. Sets the makeup, looks good, nothing no bells, whistles, etc. Then I'm like, you know what? These cheek heats are so fun. I really do love this sheer gel cream blush. I think that for blush, this is what Maybelline does better than some of their other products. And I have this shade Nude Burn, which I remember that name was like, that is not a good name. It sounds like a sunburn or a nude burn, like a rug burn where you don't want it to be or something. I don't know. I was just like, what? Who? So I'm going to put it on the heel of my hand and I'm going to put it right here. Why I like this gel, I mean, I like a lot of drugstore gel. You know, I don't know why I do this. I put it everywhere but where I need it to be, and it's, okay, here we go. Okay, the reason I like this is because it is sheer, it's easy to build, it doesn't look dry. I don't know, it's like rouge, but it's, you know, it just looks really good. And then I do love this City bronzer. This City bronzer I constantly add in my like best drugstore bronzer, I almost said commercials. I always include this in like my best drugstore bronzer videos. I think this is such a great dupe to some of the high-end bronzers, especially if you're looking for a pale bronzer. The City bronzer in the 100 shade is a little tough to find. It seems like everybody wants it and is using it for like, oh look, it's a Charlotte Tilbury shade 1 dupe for that bronzer kind of thing. But it's matte. Not terribly matte, but you know, like matte enough. It's matte and it's so pale. So if you're very pale, you're looking for a bronzer that you can put on without feeling like, uh-oh, I'm gonna really, in fact, I should just use this more often because I feel like sometimes my bronzers, even when I go light-handed, just end up looking really strong and I get a little self-conscious. But I think this one, you can just do anything. You can just put this on with any brush and it is going to just give you a bronzed look and you don't have to worry about it. So I included this in a favorites recently. This is the This is the Maybelline Brow Fast Sculpt. What the heck? Yeah, Brow Fast Sculpt. And I think what's so good about this is that it does such a good job for being a brow gel, kind of a brow fiber. And I like having products that are more on the taupe, cool side. And I think this does such a good job of not being too reddish and doing the, it's like a mascara for your brows. And I like it because gives me a little more, sometimes I feel like I do my brows too pale, and I feel like this is it gives me a little bit more frame. And I like that it's not too dark, but it has a nice neutral undertone, not too ashy, not reddish, you know. This Nudes of New York palette, because I did not care for the Maybelline nude palettes. They had different shadow palettes. I mean, I think I remember the lemonade one was the grape soda, you know, like those were good. And there were some in this kind of collection of palettes that I think were good. But when this came out, the Nudes of New York, I got mine on clearance at Target. It was probably like returned, but it wasn't used. It was packaged, sealed. So this Nudes of New York, I think is so good. It's so good for neutrals with a little bit of a red pull to them. But they have really good taupes. Like this is such a good basic palette. If you want that kind of just, you know, autumn kind of rusty shades, or you want taupes, kind of a tea shade, this is good. There's a bit of shimmer, there's mattes, they blend nicely. It's just a good palette. I love Maybelline Lash Sensational. I love the brush on this, and there is something special about this mascara. I found this mascara when I watched Abby Young do her mascara hack or just her application video, and I actually made my own mascara application video to show you how those techniques work on me. And I mean, I swear by this. It's like so good because you can use this with other mascaras. It has kind of a lash lift to it. It doesn't get dry, and the bristles on it are so good in really getting the little lashes at the base and at the kind of more inner lash area. And what I do with this is I layer it sometimes with like the L'Oreal Lash Paradise, or maybe even like a high-end one like NARS, or like another Essence mascara. And then if you have a second one, or you just wipe the tube off of this, the bristles on here, when you make it a little more, like you take away some of the product, it's like a lash comb, and it really just goes in, and you can get more definition. You can add more product without clumping, and I love it. Actually, I am getting a little clumpy because I'm wearing, I think, a waterproof mascara, and sometimes it just doesn't work to add mascara on top of waterproof mascara. But so this mascara, I know that some of you have your favorite Maybelline mascaras, like Colossal Lash or the Falsies or whatever it is. This one's mine. This one, I just always come back to it. I think Maybelline makes some of the best lipsticks out there for drugstore, and I think they're very underrated. Of course, they did recently just get all kinds of attention because of their lifter gloss, and I have to agree. This lifter gloss is phenomenal. I'm actually going to put this on in just a second. First, though, we're going to talk about lip pencil. Their Color Sensational Shaping Lip Liner. This is Purely Nude 110. It almost looks a little bit rosy nude, or a little bit mauvey. Hang on, I got like an elf from another video. I'm just gonna I know, right? So annoying. All right, so I think that for an automatic pencil, and I have a lot of favorite drugstore automatic pencils, you guys, I realize that. I mean, I know that you're gonna see me in this video and go, but what about that other one? I know. I get a lot of, they're like children. It's hard to pick a favorite. So I think these liners do such a good job. I'm just kind of lining my lips. There we go. They do such a good job being smooth and pigmented and creamy. They're not too hard. They're just nice. Okay, here. Getting myself a quick line. And then the lipsticks, especially the nudes. This one is Naked Dare. I feel like I use this in a lot of videos, but this is probably one of my favorite Maybelline lipsticks. There's quite a few of these. The tubes are always the same, and then whether they're silver, whether they're the same cut, like, I can't remember the different, or like this matches, and they have different kinds. I love this one. So this one is creamy versus matte, but it is it's a firm formula. So it's not just kind of slippery and, loosey-goosey. It like really has, and this Naked Dare is definitely, so you can tell my shade range. Actually, the sun is coming out through the rain. This is so bizarre. Here I go again with my, I can't turn my light down anymore. And if I shut my blinds, then it's just gonna look hideous in here. Okay, this is a very yellow nude, and there's others that are a little more kind of putty, kind of mauve-y. Like I have a lot of favorites, but this one, if I'm feeling kind of this yellowy, bronzy J-Lo, I think it's more J-Lo, I reach for this one. And then let's put this lifter gloss. I picked up the shade, I showed this in a video recently, it's shade Sun. I think, speaking of Sun, I think, which retailer had like an exclusive? Was it Walgreens? But these are new shades and they're just so good. It's such a nutty kind of, you know, it has like this sort of sunny nude shade to it. And I like it when I'm wearing beige and, you know, yeah. I have different moods, different kind of color schemes I'm drawn to. So, but the lifter gloss is so good, and so many good shades like Moon, Amber, Cloud, I think is one. But there you go. Those are my favorite Maybelline products, and I just thought I should share with you, you know, just give it to you straight. Make your shopping list, that kind of thing. A lot of this stuff, you can find so many Maybelline products on Amazon. So sometimes if a color is hard to find, or it seems like a product isn't on the shelves at the stores, check Amazon because they have a Maybelline section. And yeah, so there you are. Well, thanks so much. I hope this was fun. I hope it was helpful, and I hope you subscribe to my channel. Feel free to click that thumbs up button, and I hope to see you in the comments. Take care. I'll see you next time. Bye.